everyone. My name is Vlad and welcome back to another Bitrix24 webinar, and in particular, our Bitrix24 introductory webinar. Now we've already made this webinar before, but here we actually want to update all the new cool and new features that have been released in Bitrix24 throughout the year. So join me as we cover what Bitrix24 is, how it can help your company, and how you can start with Bitrix24 with just a snap of a finger. So let's get into it. First thing we must understand about Bitrix24 is that it's not just one tool. It's actually made up of 6 major components. And the Bitrix24 ecosystem, like I just said, is more than just one tool. It helps cover every single aspect of your business. And that's starting with CRM, tasks and projects, sites and stores, collaboration, HR and automation, and our new AI Bitrix24 Copilot. So you might be wondering, why do so many businesses actually rely on Bitrix24 and use Bitrix24 throughout their daily routines? Well, it's fairly simple. Bitrix24 is available for any size business. So no matter if you're a small business, if you're a large enterprise, Bitrix24 is ready for you to use and will help you. So again, scalability here is not a factor. And the next thing that will really help Bitrix24 out is it's an all-in-one solution, meaning that you don't have to use 100 different apps and programs to get something done. All the tools are inside of the Bitrix24 ecosystem. And of course, the third reason why so many companies trust Bitrix24, and that's of course because of our business-friendly pricing. Everything is flat, everything is free, and everything is transparent, so there's never any surprises. Moving on here, Bitrix24 is very, very serious about your security and reliability. So no matter where you are in the world, you can always use Bitrix24. We have 600 servers all across the globe, 16 data centers, availability is 99.9% of the time. Of course, because we are so worried about your security, two-step authorization is always available and full encryption. So all your data, everything that you want inside of your company will always be safe with us and will always be available to you. Let's start with one of the more important elements of Bitrix24, and that's the Bitrix24 CRM. Now our CRM is one of the most popular features that we offer. And in this webinar, we're going to cover how you can actually use these features fully live in your Bitrix24 portal. So throughout the webinar, I will actually be going back and forth and showing you where these features and tools are located and how you can use them. So let's get into the portal and check out a real live Bitrix24 portal. When you register for Bitrix24, this is what the portal will look like. Right off the bat, you will be generated a whole new ecosystem for Bitrix24. The first thing I always recommend doing is changing your primary tool. You can do that by toggling the menu on the left, going down to Configure Menu, and choosing Change Primary Tool. Once you click this, you can actually change your primary tool based on what you are using Bitrix24 for. Since we are covering the CRM module, let's check Bitrix24 CRM. Once we confirm that, we will see the layout of Bitrix24 will change a little bit, and this will actually help you navigate through the CRM and different options a little bit better because you are using Bitrix24 for the CRM. Like we see here, CRM is now going to be the primary focus of Bitrix24. Of course, that doesn't mean you won't be able to access any of the other tools. They are still all on your left-hand side, and you can always use them as much as you use the CRM. Next thing, moving on, what I did want to cover right off the bat once we are in the portal is how to activate our Bitrix24 free trial. As I covered before, our free trial is perfect and risk-free. So no matter the size of your company, you can try out Bitrix24 and see how it works. And we don't mean just try it out a little bit. We understand you're a business and you're a robust business. So you need the best tools and you need to understand if you actually need them inside of your company. That's why with the free trial, you get access to our professional plan and you get access to all the best tools inside of Bitrix24, and you can see how they work within your company. We don't have a user limit and we don't charge per user, and our free plan is unlimited for all users. So let's activate the Bitrix24 free trial. We drop down the Buy Now menu, and here you can actually see the 15-day trial. We can click here, Activate, and we will get loaded up the screen to where we can actually start the activation process. Again, no credit card is needed, so you can fully try Bitrix24, and there's no risks included. We will activate the free 15-day trial, and right off the bat, we will see there are a couple of different new features that are now available to us. The first feature that's been very, very useful to all businesses using Bitrix24 is the clock in and clock out system. First thing we can do here is click clock in, and this will automatically start our workday. At the end of each workday, you can actually clock out, and you can break during the day for whatever reasons. Then at the end of each day, you will get a summary of the day that you worked and how many hours you worked. On top of that, you can also include a daily summary of the day. Then by the end of the week, or whatever reporting period you'd like, you can actually send this to your manager, you can actually send this to your supervisors, and so on, so they understand when you start your workday, when you clock out, and what you did for the day. A very, very helpful new feature in Bitrix24. And again, this is a paid feature, but you can fully try this out in the free trial. And as we were covering previously in the CRM, as soon as we've activated the CRM as our primary feature, we can now see that it is on top of the menu. And because Bitrix24 CRM is such a big and important tool for us, we can actually cover everything that it does. So, moving on, why is CRM such an essential feature of Bitrix24? Well, it's fairly simple. There are 7 essential components, and they cover each aspect of your business. Starting with the contact center, inventory management, you get sales intelligence, analytics, and a whole marketing hub. So let's see what that looks like. First of all, with your contact center, the contact center is actually going to be your integration center into your CRM. So if you want to touch clients, let's say through social media, maybe you want to poke them through web forms, all that integration is going to be through your contact center. Here you'll actually have different integrations through social media, other social media channels, and integrations for telephony and so on. So that's why the contact center is a very, very major aspect of your CRM. You need to fully integrate your contact center with your CRM so you never miss any aspect of your customer anytime they contact you or anytime that you want to contact them. So very important that right off the bat, we integrate our contact center with all our social media channels so we never miss any requests from clients. Now the CRM itself is very, very important. Now this is because it just gives you a visual representation of where you are with your clients and how you are doing. Of course, this is important to the person not only working with the clients, but supervisors and heads of departments as well. And again, this is more of just a visualization process of, okay, this is where the client is, this is where the pipelines are at, and this is how we are doing with said client and said business. Just a visualization process makes it very easy and understandable. And in Bitrix24, you can create clients, you can create new deals with just a snap of a finger. So the more information you always put into the CRM, the more information you will get on the back end and more resources you will have to help your potential client or maybe even close a deal. And here it's also important to understand how the CRM functions within leads and deals. Now, a big reason why the Bitrix24 CRM is very, very popular is because it's so simple to onboard. So if you do have a new sales managers, or maybe you change sales managers quite often, it's very simple to onboard a new manager, give them the correct access rights, and then have them start selling, have them start calling, and so on. Another aspect that I would say gets overlooked in the Bitrix24 CRM is definitely the inventory management. So we do have a new potential clients that are always asking us, regardless, integration and how do we work with Spotify's and how do we work with eBay and so on. And Bitrix24 completely does this. Now we have a whole inventory management system that's completely separate, and you can always integrate your stores into them. Again, this will just give you a visualization process, and it will show you this is how your inventory is doing on said platform. And when you integrate your inventory management with your CRM, you're going to have more statistics, and it's going to be much easier for your managers to complete sales and complete deals when everything is in the system. And it's much easier when everything's in the same ecosystem in Bitrix24. Instead of switching apps to get analytics, to check out your stock management, to check out if you have this or you have that, you will have everything all in one place. So no matter if you're thinking about opening up an e-store, maybe you are already a veteran in e-commerce, Bitrix24 is again another great tool and feature inside of our CRM, which offers inventory management that right away integrates with your CRM, so your clients can actually go in and see the inventory you have, pick from what you have, and this will all get displayed on the back end for you so you understand as well. Now, of course, a big thing with customer relationship management is marketing. And before, as I said, the contact center is going to be a great resource for you to basically make contact with clients. But on the marketing aspect, we understand that there's always Google Ads, meta marketing, marketing on X, Twitter, and so on. So it's very important that your CRM is also integrated with that. And of course, Bitrix24 is. No matter what marketing systems you're using for ads, maybe it is Google Ads, maybe you're just launching social media ads, Bitrix24 fully integrates through your contact center and your CRM. This will make it much easier to run your campaigns and understand how to get the best out of your campaign. And that's what's going to bring me next to your analytics. So your analytics is not just only going to show you how, let's say, managers are working within your CRM. Of course, you can probably tell that by, end of the month, how much money came in, how much money went out. But this will actually give you a little bit more in detail version of this is how this manager works, this is how my employee works, and you can actually make your own analytics dashboards and understand, okay, these are the metrics I need. Is this manager closing this metric? And with the visualization of our analytics, you can see that. But we actually took it a step further, as I was saying before, with our marketing. So your marketing actually inside of Bitrix24 has a full sales intelligence system. Now we usually understand that, tracking ads is just as important as launching them. So that's why we fully integrated your CRM and the sales intelligence into the Bitrix24. This makes it easy to have everything all in one place and for you to understand the key KPIs that you should be hitting, and you can see how well your ads are actually working. Again, this is just very important. It gives you a big visualization process and understanding of where you are with your ads. So you can stop wasting money on things that don't work, and you can stop wasting time on clicking on 6 different apps and windows when you have all your analytical systems in one place, when you have your CRM in one place, and when you have everything else that you need within your business all in one place. It makes everything a lot more efficient and a lot more easier. And that's where Bitrix24 CRM really thrives. Now moving on to Bitrix24 Copilot. This is going to be our AI assistant inside of your Bitrix24 ecosystem. Now, what do I mean by that? So a lot of the times we were really scared that we didn't want Bitrix24 Copilot to intervene the way that you work. We only wanted it to improve the way that you work and maybe make things a lot more easier and quicker for you. And that's why with someone that's actually worked with Bitrix24 Copilot inside of our CRM, the biggest thing that I found most useful was definitely how it transcribes calls. So if you're with someone, if you work with someone or you're a sales manager that does do a lot of calling, especially to clients, you understand that the phone calls get dragged out. And if you're a manager that wants to go back, or maybe you're a supervisor that wants to go back and listen to these calls, it's very, very hectic process, and it just wastes a lot of time. That's why I think this feature has been a complete game changer, especially from all the clients that I've talked to. They've said they've loved this feature and it's definitely worth trying it out. So if you're hectic to the Bitrix24 Copilot, I recommend try using it to transcribe your calls, and right off the bat you'll see, wow, how much this is really going to help you in your business, and it's going to really help your sales managers as well. But it doesn't stop there. The great thing about Bitrix24 Copilot in your CRM is it will actually help you improve each scenario that your manager is working with. So it can actually generate a text that your manager can then follow while talking to a client. And on top of that, it will actually generate and fill in the fields that need to be filled in from your important conversation. Here, Bitrix24 Copilot will only help you out. It will only save you time. And again, it doesn't get in the way of how you work. It will only help the way that you do work. So let's move on to our next module of the Bitrix24 ecosystem, and that's going to be our tasks and projects. This is going to be everything that helps you get work done. So let's jump into the portal real quick and check out the tasks module and where it's located. Again, here, we're going to change the primary tool by configuring the menu and going to change primary tool. Instead of the CRM module now, we're going to choose tasks and projects. Once we've chosen tasks and projects and confirmed, again, we will see that the layout of Bitrix24 has differently changed, but now we will see the tasks and project module first instead of CRM. Now, let's get back into the presentation and check out why tasks and projects are so important for your business. Now, everyone that does work with tasks and projects understands there are different varieties of how you can work with projects and different project management systems and views. Now, we understand at Bitrix24 that not everybody has to work and even does project management the same. That's why here with us, it's very important with this part of our ecosystem in the task and project management module that we offer you a variety of ways to work with your tasks. Scrum being one of them. And now a new feature that we have added is flows. Now flows gives you a much more visual representation of what you have due and when you have to do it. You can increase your work efficiency by tracking task statuses in real time. So everybody understands the course of the tasks, how it's going, where it's going, and at what percentage these tasks and projects will be completed. This is a new visual method that we are trying out and seeing a lot of great success with. And like I said, everybody works with tasks and projects different. So we are always implementing new and different ways. From now that we have flows to maybe Kanban systems to Gantt charts to scrums, whatever it is, we're always integrating new ways how to work with tasks and improving the ways that we already have in our task module as well. Now, a big thing with me in project management is understanding where we are, and how we're doing with our projects. Here, it's very, very important that Bitrix24, again, combines all these aspects into one ecosystem. So as soon as you start working on a new project, you can have a complete visual representation of the project, what it looks like, where it's going, and the tasks in it. And on top of that, you can work from your mobile phone, you can connect different chats to each task, you can create different tasks for each task and communicate within them. You can always invite different people into the projects and give them different access level within the project. So this makes it very easy to stay in one ecosystem, to bring in different people inside of the project that are in your company or maybe not, and just work simultaneously and understand where we are at in our project. So here, again, we need to understand that it's not always right, I should say, to work on projects in one way. That's why Bitrix24 gives you all the different tools you need in one project management system, and you can decide the way you work with them. The best part about AI-powered tasks inside Bitrix24 is they offer a whole bunch of different features that actually help you and not get in your way when working with your tasks. And that includes AI-generated task descriptions and task summaries, different quick checklists you can generate, built-in translators and grammar check tools, AR-powered content from tests and images, a prompt library so you can always save and understand which prompts work the best, and Copilot different roles that you can use to get specific answers. So let's jump inside of the Bitrix24 portal and see what that actually looks like. So starting with my tasks, we can quickly create a new task. And for this task, let's say we want to buy a new office space. So for this office space, we want to just create a list of the things we need to do. And right away, we can activate Copilot by highlighting the phrase. Then you'll get a drop-down menu. Here you can quickly say, create a checklist. From here, there'll be a checklist generated of the things you need to do inside of this task, which we can then add below. And we can actually right away say, create a task for buying a new office space. And we can use Copilot here again to continue the task description. Now here it's important to notice that this will just give you a general outline of how to proceed with this task. This gives it a very concrete and easy way to generate quick and efficient tasks. We can replace the selected task, and right away we understand of what's asked with us and what we need to do. So this is just a quick example of how quickly we can use Copilot inside of our tasks and how it will actually help you and not get in your way. And again, like I said, the checklist is probably going to be the most helpful thing that I've used and that I find the most helpful. So let's move on to our sites and stores inside of Bitrix24. Now, when I talk to a lot of people, they say, Vlad, I did not even know that Bitrix24 has sites. Well, this is actually very, very good for people and small businesses that want to just try out the new sphere of websites and maybe just start listing their businesses on sites. And maybe you don't want to invest a lot of money into your website. Like I said, Bitrix24 is the best way to start. We have a complete intuitive website builder that makes it easy to build your own website from scratch or get fully generated templates that specialize in maybe marketing or maybe different stores that you want to do or different businesses that you want to put online. So right away, you don't have to do everything from scratch, but you can if need be. But on the other hand, you do have complete templates that will help you out. On top of that, everything is going to be enabled from you from Google Analytics, and it's going to help you in your search engine optimization process as well. There's free hosting, and you can get a custom domain name as well. And one of the greatest things about it is that it's fully integrated into your Bitrix24 CRM. So any data that you do collect on your website, fully going to be integrated into your CRM, and you'll have access to all those clients that are potentially looking for your services. Now, as we talked about before with our inventory management inside of the Bitrix24 CRM, here inside of Bitrix24, you can fully develop your online store and its front. So you don't have to just rely on one certain product or software to do this. In Bitrix24, it is fully integrated inside of the ecosystem, so you can generate and keep track of your inventory all in one place. And as I previously said, everything is already search engine optimization ready, mobile friendly ready. You get custom domains. You can enter as many catalog and SKUs that you need. And the inventory management tool is fully integrated with your Bitrix24 CRM. So your online store will be ready to go. And with a lot of the clients that I've spoken to in the past, this is more going to be probably someone that's trying it out, right? You're not going to need anything to even get started. Everything's fully free. So if you are looking to start out with an online store and an online website, Bitrix24 is definitely going to be a great place to start. Now, the next module that we are going to cover in the Bitrix24 ecosystem are our collaboration tools. Now, collaboration tools in Bitrix24 are very, very important, and there's so many of them. So from our chats and our channels, which are now inside of the Bitrix24 ecosystem, you can chat and you can create new channels from your mobile device, as I love to do anytime that I communicate with my colleagues. I love the new Bitrix24 mobile interface. I'm always able to access their messages and respond. And on top of that, we have a great calendar inside of the Bitrix24 collaboration tools. Video chatting and video conferencing is also getting improved more and more by each update, which is great, and there's no limits on that. Of course, there's always different workflow automation and AI generated text and ideas, and you can always talk and collaborate with online documents, and there's different storage ideas for that. So there are different tools that are offered inside the Bitrix24 collaboration module, but they are all to help you collaborate better and quicker no matter where your team is. So if you do have a more remote team, I think this is why Bitrix24 has been a great hit and has been a great hit after the pandemic, just because everyone understands that whatever happens, you always need to be online and you always need to be connected to your colleagues. So as far as if you have an internet connection, Bitrix24 from your phone, your mobile app, will always be able to do everything that your Bitrix24 CRM on your computer can do. Your communication channels are still open with all your colleagues. You can always get onto the conferences, onto the video calls. So that's why I think the Bitrix24 collaboration tools, especially starting with our chat, is very, very helpful. Now, the chat is a vital part of this because there's so many aspects of it, and we are always improving the chat feature inside of Bitrix24. And now you can fully pin messages, you can forward messages, you can cross chat between each channel that you have, and you can create new channels as well, which is a fairly new thing that we did offer, that we did see great results on. Now, a great thing about the Bitrix24 different chats, you might say, Vlad, I get so overwhelmed with these chats. This is actually kind of a good thing. When there are so many different chats, there's just different responsibilities in each chat. Now, what do I mean by this? Instead of having all of this stuff just scattered through different applications, or maybe just scattered through your Bitrix24 ecosystem, you'll actually have maybe one new channel that will be dedicated to a project or a task. You'll have a separate chat dedicated to a separate project or task, or maybe a CRM chat dedicated to a certain client. So these chats are just more vital in the way that you break them up. And now we give you different ways that you can actually organize them, especially the pinned messages really help me out inside of the chat itself to understand what's going on and what's important in the chat itself. Now, channels, as I covered before, is fairly recent and fairly new from our Supernova update. Now, this is going to be similar to how Telegram channels work and how Instagram and Meta channels work. This is just going to give you a thread basis that you can actually post within the channel itself. You can become an admin of the channel. You can add whatever content that you do need inside of the channel, and you can give access rights to who can add to the channel and who can leave the channel, who can moderate the channel. Again, this gives you a way of a social aspect of Bitrix24, but it at the same time makes it understood what's going on. So this is a way to onboard new members, onboard new team members much easier. This is going to give them an interface and a way of communication that they might understand, that they've seen before and are a little bit more comfortable with. So I do recommend trying out channels. I love them, especially if you're a person that uses your mobile device a lot. Channels is a great way to communicate with your colleagues and especially get things done with tasks. Now, Bitrix24 Sync, a lot of our clients know, is something that we're always improving on. One thing that we did get a lot of feedback in was our calls, especially after the pandemic, after everyone went online. Right now, you get up to 100 participants. No matter where you are, Bitrix24 will try to get a solid internet connection, and it will actually tell you, this is your internet connection, this is your quality of the phone call, your quality of the video call. So again, no matter where you are in the world, it's very vital to be accessible and to always be online with your colleagues. That's why Bitrix24 Sync, now our conferencing is open. You can always invite more people into the portal. You can always invite more people into the calls. You can record the calls. So it's a fully functional video recording system and video communication system as well. Now, a new feature that is and was introduced through our Supernova update is the mobile check-in. Now, this is something that me and my team have been using a lot, and we have a really remote team, so we have everyone spread out. And what it is it's a great way for HR tool. It's an HR tool that can make it a little bit more interactive with your team members. So as soon as a team member starts the day, they can actually check in on their mobile device or on their app or on their browser, and they can say, okay, guys, this is where I'm working remotely from. They can tag a photo, they can tag a location, and you can actually say, okay, this is where my colleague Mike is working from, or this is where my colleague Dash is working from today. It's actually a really cool and interactive way to just kind of build rapport within the team and get team members online and get team members a little bit more excited to start the day. And a thing that I've seen is a lot of our team members just start kind of talking more organically. We've always kind of, especially remotely, it's just you hop onto the team meeting calls maybe twice, 3 times a week. And then after that, everyone's kind of just silent in the chat. This way, off the bat, I always start, I always have my cup of coffee, as you see in the picture, actually, the cup of coffee somewhere. And then, it's a different location, hopefully every day. And that just kind of gives a little bit of new meaning and just things to talk about in the chat, and doesn't make the work chat just so boring, I'd say. Excuse me. Now, a big thing that we've also been trying to improve with every update has been the Bitrix24 calendar. Now your calendar fully does get synced in through whatever provider you are using. You can fully use it on your mobile as well. And a new feature that I've been using a lot are the open slots. So now anytime you do integrate your calendar, your work calendar with Bitrix24, right off the bat, you can see where your team members are have different spots where they can meet, when they can't meet, and different time slots are available. Now, this isn't just available inside of the Bitrix24 ecosystem, it's also available to potential clients and other people that are not on the portal as well. So, like I said, this is something really that's helped me out because you don't have to go into their calendar, see what they're doing right away, or maybe even ping them. Right away, there's an interface that says, okay, this is what the calendar is. This is when Bob is open to meet. You then go ahead and you can schedule with Bob and everyone's on the same page. Only helps improve the way you collaborate and work with your colleagues. And again, we're always trying to improve the Bitrix24 calendar as well. And I've been using it a lot from my mobile device, and I've seen that there has been less syncing problems. So whatever you're using from Outlook to Google Calendars, two-way sync works, no problem. Now, moving on maybe to a module that a lot of people not understand or see or maybe know why we do use it, but HR and automation. HR and automation is very important, especially to businesses that are scaling, businesses that are trying to be more efficient, and businesses with a lot of moving departments and moving parts. Now, the first thing that every HR platform that you have that you might sign up for, that you might be using now, is employee time management. It's very vital for us to understand when a worker comes in, when a team member signs on, when their shift is, when their shift ends, when their shift is due. So with Bitrix24, our employee time management, as we covered a little bit earlier in the portal, and we can actually go back to it now, we can actually switch over and here configure our menu. And let's change our primary tool now just to collaboration, so we can always have that. But I wanted to touch base with was the time. So we're always working. We always need to understand how much time we've spent at work, and especially when it comes to our HR department, they need to understand when we're working, when we're not, and the schedule around us working. So here, instead of paying for a complete separate tool that needs to be configured and that you need to onboard and then you need to, explain to everybody how it works, Bitrix24 in the portal itself, like I told you previously, maybe from the mobile check-in, maybe just checking in and starting your work day, is a great way to track your employees and track team members so you understand when everyone is at work. And here, I guess it's also important to say that you're not really trying to track them. I guess that was a little bit harsh of a word to say, but you just need an understanding of when, okay, John is at work from 4 to 8 today, so I can actually talk to him from 4 to 8. You don't want to talk to people outside of working hours. This is another way for everyone to be on the same page. And on top of that, as we did cover in the portal before, is submitting those work reports, right? A lot of your workers, a lot of team members are always doing so many tasks. They have so many things going on. But then at the end of the day, you ask them, oh, what'd you do for the day? What was going on? You know, it might be very hard for them or difficult to compile the list of things that they actually did throughout the day. So Bitrix24 gives you that easy way of just compiling a list of the things you did in Bitrix24 in your daily summary. So throughout the day, once you get things done, you can quickly add it to the daily summary and then quick save. And then at the end of the day, you'll understand exactly what was done. And at the end of the week, you'll know exactly what was done throughout the week. And this information is not just only available to you, but also available to your supervisor and manager. And here, you don't have to use a complete separate HR tool to get this done that again might cost an arm and a leg. It's very easy to take care of your HR needs with your work employees, with your work reports, all in one ecosystem. Now, another important process inside of Bitrix24 HR ecosystem, I should say, is the workflow automation. And now when people hear workflow, right away they get nervous. They say, oh, I need to program this, I need to understand. No, Bitrix24 just makes it a very simple process to automate the routine things that you need to get done. Maybe, I don't know, it's a smart process to get some documents signed, right? Maybe you have a lot of different departments inside of your company. That's where Bitrix24 automation is efficient, but yet very, very simple to set up, especially from this diagram here. And all of the smart flow and workflow automation that you do set up fully integrates inside of the mobile app. So no matter if you are just using a certain department in your company or you are using the whole company, no matter if they're just using the mobile device or they're using a laptop or computer, they will always get the workflow automation request. It is to sign a new document, whether it is online store automation, whether it is a CRM form coming in, all of this gets automated, and it gets automated very simply. That's the main thing that I do want to cover. A lot of the clients I've talked to, they said, Vlad, before Bitrix24, we were kind of scared, or we actually paid other people to basically configure our workflow automation within the company. Once they saw our interface and they saw how our robots and everything worked and our triggers, they did it themselves and they built scenarios and they built them for very different and many different departments throughout their companies. So I do recommend the workflow automation. It's nothing to be scared of. It's actually very helpful and easy to configure as well. Now moving on, as we covered before, kind of our theme throughout this webinar has been Bitrix24 Copilot, right? And Copilot does so many things inside of Bitrix24 now. And the main thing is we only wanted to give it features that really helped you out and not got into your way. So that's why Bitrix24 Copilot, again, is completely free. And on top of that, you can always try it fully inside of the free trial as we covered in the portal. So let's actually see and take a look into Bitrix24 Copilot and what it looks like inside of the portal. Again, in the different tools that you are using, it is available in each tool and aspect in there, but you can always access Bitrix24 Copilot through the left-hand menu. And here it's going to be just like a different module, like you have your chats and channels. And it's an easy way to just start regularly introducing and integrating Bitrix24 Copilot into your everyday. So you can always click here and you can generate different roles that we have available for Copilot, and you can always ask Copilot a question. So this is just the most basic way of using Copilot and what it looks like in the interface itself. Now, a thing that Copilot does do very well, as we've covered before, is work in different aspects from our CRM to our tasks to our marketing, whatever it might be. And on top of that, it also works with the way you communicate with your colleagues. And the thing that I've been really using it a lot is with colleagues that really like to talk a lot, maybe on the portal or on your feed that drop very, very long, interesting messages. The best tool I've been using is definitely the compliment tool and the summarize tool of the post. So right away, you can get a quick summary of what this post is about without really reading the whole thing. And you can get a nice generated compliment on after that as well. And like I said, covered with Copilot in the chat, it's just a quick and efficient way of bouncing ideas off each other, you and Copilot, of course, and just really brainstorming and integrating the way that you do work with Copilot. Because a lot of people, a lot of team members, even when we got introduced Copilot inside of our portals, it was really hard to use it. But the more you use it and the way when it's available to you and it's right by your hand, that's why we try to make it as integrated into Bitrix24 as possible, so you don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to open up a different app to use it. It's all fully right there, and it's probably going to be one of the best brainstorming partners that you can have. And when we covered before, Copilot and Task, of course, does so many great things. And again, the thing that I love using it for is just getting an understanding of what the task is, generating a task description, and then creating the task list, because creating task lists are so tedious and so routine. And especially when you have a lot of moving parts in the task itself, it's very, very helpful. And Copilot and Feed, as I was saying before, this is a great way to just kind of communicate with your colleagues on a different level. Maybe before you never really interacted because you see that your colleagues are always writing such long posts, and you don't really want to or know how to maybe interact with them or speak with them or say to them even, right? So like I said, I love the quick way that Copilot just gives you a summary of this was what's said in the post. This is the reaction to the post. What is your reaction? And it's a quick way to just generate some thoughts that you're having about it without really getting too deep into it. And we all know if we had to reply to every single thing that was on our feed, we would be working a lot less. So again, it's a quick way to just still interact with all your team members, to see and for them to understand that you care, but for you to also understand what's going on in the company. Now, my favorite thing of Bitrix24 has definitely been the mobile app. The mobile app in Bitrix24 is a game changer. Not only is it just a way to stay in touch, as I said before, in the way of just using a chat or just video chatting, but now you can fully use your Bitrix24 mobile as you would as your laptop. The more companies that I've spoken to, the more they've been saying is, Vlad, we're having more and more onboarding people that don't even maybe have a computer or aren't using computers and are only using their mobile devices. So here it was very important for us to fully integrate everything that you can get in your Bitrix24 ecosystem on your computer and on the web, to fully integrate it into your mobile, Android, iOS. And we did it. Especially with the CRM module, you get a full CRM inside of your Bitrix24. On top of that, you can always connect to any calls that are going to be with team members. Your chats are there. We came up with new ways of communicating in chats with our channels. Everything's fully two-way synced on our calendars, and your AI Bitrix24 Copilot assistant is always there to help you as well. And the thing that we've been really working on has been the first ever fully mobile CRM. Now, when I say this, I mean your manager can be on the calls, they can be anywhere in the world, they will still have a fully functioning CRM within their mobile. So they can actually go throughout the pipeline, they can switch different aspects of the pipeline, they can generate different pipelines, they can generate different contacts, CRM cards, and they can move contacts and cards throughout the pipeline as well. So this is definitely a game changer for everyone that is using CRM. Of course, everybody knows that if you are sitting down with the client, you are talking with them on the phone. This is just such a quick way to just open up a client card, fully write down information that say, listen, I need this, jotted down. Boom, everything is available for you inside of that mobile app. And like I said, this is going to be the first fully mobile CRM. You don't have to download a different app to integrate each single contact. So as far as a mobile CRM, this will make managers who are bad working with CRM, making them a lot better working with CRM. And this will open up to maybe some of your team members or workers that are always on the go and that are always maybe only in one part of the sale process. This is also a great way to integrate them and just have them use their mobile. Now, a great thing about Bitrix24 is that it's not just a standalone product. It's fully integrates and gets integrated every day. More integrations get added to the Bitrix24 store. There's a fully open API, so you can customize your product for your company, and then it will fully integrate into Bitrix24. And of course, we have more than 345 official integrations. But wait, that's not all yet. Like I said before, one of the key benefits of Bitrix24 is going to be our pricing. And Bitrix24 plan right now, if you want to try it risk-free, if you do have a CRM system that maybe you've just been paying too much for and you don't understand why, this is a great chance to really see what Bitrix24 is about with our free plan. You get a free plan, it's free forever, you get unlimited users. Remember, we don't charge per user. So you can fully understand what Bitrix24 is. You can fully scale it to whatever size that needs be. And on top of that, you get the 15-day free trial, as we covered in the portals. So you'll understand, okay, this is what I'm getting. These are the features that I need. These are the features that I don't need. And this is how it will work on our team. And again, our most popular plan, it's probably been around, is going to be the professional plan. It's $250 a month, up to 100 users. Definitely a price that's very hard to beat on the market. And like I said, for whatever size that is needed, from all the different tools that you need inside of your business, from each aspect, communication, tools, HR, sites, you're going to be running over, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000. Bitrix24 for 100 users, with all the things that we've covered today, is only going to cost you $250 a month. Now, this is just, like I said, great for scalability, but a thing that we're seeing, and a big trend that we're seeing throughout the year, has been that we're seeing more and more enterprise companies. More and more enterprise companies are switching over because you've seen the prices. Our most popular enterprise 500 of 500 users is only $800 a month. And again, you can actually get full open API and customize Bitrix24 with the Bitrix24 on-premise edition. Now, the on-premise edition gives you 50 users. That gives you open AI to fully customize Bitrix24 on your server. You get API access, and it's available for Linux, Windows, and Mac servers. Now, thank you everybody once again for joining us for the Bitrix24 introductory webinar. Again, we've covered so many different things. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Like I said, we got a lot of great feedback from the video before, and there has been so many different new aspects and updates inside Bitrix24. So thank you everybody. Check out the video, check out our socials, and keep on using Bitrix24. Have a good day. Bye-bye.